picks and bans for this
Absolutely.
set?
So a few loose screws won the coin flip, opted for first pick. They Sky5 banned Dragonshire. A few loose screws banned Alterac Pass. Sky5 banned Towers. A few loose screws banned Braxis, and thank goodness for that. And then Sky5 taking us to Tomb of the Spider Queen.
So you have a vendetta against Braxis, huh? I know it was added. We have that extra map, but why don't you like
Yeah,
it in this scene before we
if I
get into
was
the game?
really a dictator, Braxis would have never made it back. I pushed hard to just
Oh,
outright
wow.
veto election manipulation, but no. The leadership wanted to do it by the up and up and keep everything as it should be. So here it is because it barely finished 10th in the map voting.
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
Behind the
is
I'm pulling the curtain
Hanamura
back.
on this? No Hanamura though.
No, Hanamura I think was 11th, I want to say, or 12th.
Nice. Oh, they got into the game. They don't even care. We're trying to
No.
talk.
Like, forget these casters. Let's do this.
That's rough. Well, anyway, really quickly, thank you so much, Giggle Schmack, Rusty Nails for the follow. All right, here we are in the draft, and my overlay still messed up. Hashtag deal with it. First,
Oh.
first ban is Wipeout, banning that Rhaegar.
Haven't seen a Rhaegar first ban in a little bit.
Yeah, let's hope that it's not just for the meme and it's for a purpose here.
I would assume targeted.
Damn rules preventing Mongoose's will from being imposed, right?
Yep. When I posted the map results in leadership, I just posted them in order, and after Braxis, it said no in really big letters. Still made it through.
Yeah.
And Jaina banned out by Wipeout and the boys.
And ETC. So Jaina is really strong on this map. It allows you to expedite those rotations.
Sure.
You know, definitely get that XP advantage. Makes sense, especially if someone's trying to run some sort of, you know, dive comp, which is also popular here on Tomb. And we've seen it, especially in Division A. Not surprised if we see like a Leoric ban, but instead we see a Kel'Thas, which was also popular on this map, I felt like, at the end of Season 6. So that does make perfect sense.
Yeah, 2 mages off the board. A little surprising, though. Some of the typical first bans really not touched. Your Zeratools, your Anubarax, your Annas, all of those heroes kind of left on the board. So a lot of options here for few loose screws. And they go with Wipeout on the Johanna.
They go with Wipeout. And, you know, could it be the recent patch notes with those changes to Zeratul and Ana with the movement speed increase can be more of a challenge in landing skill shots. Maybe it's not as much of an issue, especially with her W size shrinking. It's probably not as relevant.
Could be. It's a little, I think, a little early for the meta to quite figure that out. But speaking of changes, Mal'Ganis got some changes. I've heard from a couple people they think he's in a better spot. And I don't know about you, Slexia, but this is the first time I have seen Mal'Ganis in an NGS game in a long time.
First time ever, except for ARAMs. Oh, Gul'dan getting picked up. Yeah, Mal'Ganis and Stukov, that's really impressive with those silences, the sleeping. More effective than an Ana sleep dart when you can sleep several people scattered about. Greymane getting picked up by Ragnarok in his cut-off rubber pants. By the way, I am drinking a LaCroix just for Rag. He thinks that it tastes like a whisper of fruit. It does not.
I think you nailed it, Slexia. The patch is affecting this draft. The Mal'Ganis pick is, I think, a result of the patch. The Greymane pick as well got an auto attack buff as well on Greymane. And there's the Ana band out.
Yeah,
as a few loose screws. No support yet.
No support yet. Makes sense, though, I guess, even with the nerfs, for a fine-tuned Ana player to be able to deal with a few of the changes, and a nano boost on these assassins can be devastating. Phoenix getting banned. Everything makes sense to me for some reason. I feel like Phoenix has been played so much lately.
Yeah, a Nubarak, though, not taken. No? They did add a second to the shield cooldown, the Carapace cooldown. So that does help his sustain, but he's still got like 57 stuns on his basic kit and a cocoon. So,
Ooh.
but Sky5, they're bringing the spice. Mal'Ganis, Zarya, Sylve, Stukov so far. That is a lot of silences. Let me tell you, Wailing Arrow and Lurking Arm.
It's a lot of silences and a lot of just oppression. If Sylvanas is able to freely dive in or, you know, just move about with the help of Zarya, then she can be pretty damaging. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Anduin and Malthael. Alright, against the Zarya, Mal'Ganis. Off-lane choice there. I don't know who we're going to see picked up. We didn't see a Leoric as I expected, so I literally cannot even speculate at this time.
Well, if we're staying with the spice, do we see a Chen, who's been making a surging comeback lately? Or possibly an Imperious? No! Solo laner be damned. Kel'Thuzad, last pick.
Wow. Kel'Thuzad.
I mean, he's great in the solo lane, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Totally.
If you can land those skill shots, that is devastating. And if you can not dodge those skill shots, that is devastating. So, all right. Which draft do you like better?
I'm really not sure what to do with Sky5's draft. They obviously have something in mind here. But with the no traditional solo laner, that is going to flex Zarya down there, who can probably do okay into Malthael. You know, Malthael really shreds melee heroes, and Zarya can kind of little particle grenade her way to safety. So that'll be an interesting matchup at the bottom. In the top, though, post 10, really watch Johanna Anduin, particularly if they go light bomb. It's a really nice little combination. The Johanna being light bombed by that Anduin.
Do you think a Falling Sword is here or a Blessed Shield?
I can see it both ways.
Right.
I mean, Blessed Shield more traditional. But you know, I've seen some clips out there of people messing with the Falling Sword. So maybe a few loose screws, feeling like Sky5 isn't the only one that can bring some spice, and they're going to change it up a bit.
All right. Well, here we are in the, as I call it, actual game. And I'm going to go ahead and announce the blue side. So playing for Few Loose Screws, we have Lampico on the Malthael, Infinite Loop on Anduin, Rag, the real Rag, Ragnarok on Greymane, Akash playing the Gul'dan, and Wipeout on Johanna.
And for our red team, Sky5, Apple Mike playing Zarya, Furl on Kel'Thuzad, Spartacus on Mal'Ganis, Quan Finnegan on Sylvanas, and Goliath will be playing Admiral Stukov. I love the sprays going down. A little Arthas Carbot spray there. Beautiful.
The sprays and the no spray. Danger pings. Nothing too exciting other than the fact that my mouse is jumping around like a mad thing.
Has a mind of its own.
Yeah, if you get sick while watching, I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Ziltoid, for the host. Oh my gosh, Akash is looking so low and the life grip saves him. Oh my gosh, but Kel'Thuzad tries to follow up and was unsuccessful. That was a pretty spicy engagement from the start. It's kind of like, hey, guess what? A few loose screws. Watch out. We're here.
Yeah. Leap of Faith forced out at like 40 seconds into the game, but speaking of in trouble, it's Kel'Thuzad, and I was wrong, Slexia. Zarya not in the solo, it's actually Sylvanas, but Rag, going a little crazy, does secure the kill onto Kel'Thuzad and gets away with about 117 health.
You love to see him getting away with health, you know, any health whatsoever. Yeah, that's crazy. So Malthael versus Sylvanas. That Zarya shield is definitely helpful here. And she's just a beast, you know?
Yeah, Sylvanas with the ranged will be okay into the Malthael, but Malthael is clearing faster. You can see actually double rotating there. Lampico has taken bottom and then rotated to mid, clearing out the waves, not really worrying about the Sylve so much, although now he's putting a little damage into Quan Finnegan.
Yeah. You know, I've pronounced his name wrong the whole time. I used to say Quan Fingen, so my bad, I can't pronounce names. Oh my gosh, Johanna almost getting stopped up. Those follow-ups with, first of all, Mal'Ganis going to sleep people, then the E coming out so they're silenced when they get out of it is just, it's going to be rough as that scales, and I'm excited to see how Few Loose Screws is going to deal with that. But other than that, I mean, we do see blue team is a little bit ahead on experience.
Yeah, and they secured the camp as well.
Yeah. Didn't even see that. Thank you for pointing it out.
Yeah, there's a lot of disruption on the side of Sky5. Mal'Ganis, his basically whole kit is just a bunch of disruption, sleeps and stuns, and then the lurking arm plus the chains and the stuns from Kel'Thuzad. Nice iron skin there by Wipeout.
Yeah.
Wailing Arrow, I mean, when Zarya gets her level 10s, whichever heroic she picks, there's just so much displacement and disruption from Sky5. It's going to be a little difficult and maybe frustrating to deal with if Few Screws doesn't play it right. And Rag actually grabbed the Giants on the bottom as well.
Yeah, seeing that. And then I saw Sylvanas got a little bit low, and we had 3 people bot, looks like, to maybe answer to the insanity of his attacks. But Sylvanas is able to just clear them before they even step into the lane here. And now Rag is rotating mid. And, ooh, chains came out, didn't really connect. And...
I'll say here, Few Loose Screws doing a nice job of minimizing the Kel'Thuzad stacking. Only at 5 stacks right now in a 4-lane rotation where these guys are clashing a lot. That's really not too many. Rag going to be able to drop in 13 gems here. Both teams do have enough for turn.
They sure do. Enough for turn. Who's going to get it, though? It's all about denial here, and with the setup that red team has, it's going to be a challenge, but if they're sneaky enough and can get a pick, then they're going to be successful. But red team is actually able to do the turn-in while blue team, they're not actually, no, they're not able to. They haven't turned in a single gem.
They tried, Anduin got a last-minute route to interrupt the turn-in there, so Few Loose Screws has snuck in a few. Actually, now both sides have a lot in, but blue definitely closer. And controlling these lanes just a little bit better.
Yeah. 7s for blue team. You know, they could pick a fight now. 6s are there still. Oh, and we do see the blue turn in. All right, so first turn in, first web weaver phase will be on the side of Few Loose Screws. And
with their comp, if they can get up on these structures, Gul'dan and Greymane are going to do really nice into the siege here.
Yeah, for sure. Those Qs coming out just destroy the waves. The E's destroy tanks and heroes. So as the power grows, it's going to get crazy. Let's see what's going on top, though. Oh, okay, we just see Wipeout in the bush while Malthael is still bot, and the rest of his team is pushing this mid fort. So he's kind of there, just anchoring in between the 2 lanes. But
yeah, absolutely.
They are rotating around safely. Apple Mike, though, going in. Zarya attacking Wipeout a bit.
I don't care. I'm going to stand here and auto attack.
Yeah. Like, hi, I'm Johanna. I don't know if you realize this, but I just can't die.
Yeah, that is what Johanna does best. She doesn't die. But a fair amount of structure damage. The full mid wall is all the way down. It looks like they're going to get another tower here on the bottom. And that mid fort is basically a half-eaten sandwich away from going down. Nice disruption by Wipeout.
Was I wrong? Oh, no. Oh, the life grip couldn't save Gul'dan. Sylvanas takes him out. That was a nice follow-up.
I think that minion wave mid, Slexia, might get that fort.
I think it will, because there's quite a bit of distraction here as red team is trying to turn in. They only need 10 more, and KTZ just got it. Oh, Rag is chained. Ooh, aggressive. 3 members, top and mid, rotating down bot here to defend. Typically you do see that top lane, but I feel like that's an old saying now. It's not really relevant because we saw mid pushed by blue team and now red's on bot. Ooh, Glacial Spike coming out and landing on that Anduin. Sleep coming out from the Mal'Ganis as well, but it really had no follow-up.
Lompico is coming in on the flank, and level 10s are here for a few loose screws. Blessed Shield. Light Bomb as expected. Horrify, Last Rites, and go for the throat by Rag. No 10s here for a little bit for Sky5, so they really need to be careful.
Oh, but they are rotating up on the mouthfeel, trying to get that sleep and silence. He's able to just majestically float out like the Reaper he is. And we're going to see this phase for the red team complete in just a little bit. Oh, Light Bomb comes out and stuns Quan, and he goes down.
And that's the exact combo I was talking about, Slexio. Condemn, Blessed Shield into Light Bomb. Sylvanas overstayed. They waited at the end of the teleport on the E. Nice rotation there by a few loose screws to get the clear and the kill. And they're 1 gem away from their second turn in here.
Spartacus checking in on them with his 30 gems.
Now, Wipeout was able to get his gems in. That's important because now he can step out and zone for his teammates to try to get that turn in as well. But Lumpico and Rag on the bottom got them in. Lumpico got his in, and so now they're only, 8 away? But Rag is in trouble. Great leap of faith.
Oh my
30 health. A Wailing Arrow misses, and Rag got away with 29 more health than he needed to stay alive. Not even close.
Not even. Nah, wasn't worried at all. Didn't suck air so quickly through my teeth that they almost shattered because it was cold. We're good, not even close.
No problem, no problem, never a doubt.
Alright, so red team has turn in, blue team has turn in. Spartacus is getting those 30 gems in, but he's just staggered in that pursuit. Oh my gosh, KTZ putting his ultimate out, and then oh my gosh, Zarya put hers out as well, and Anduin just cannot die. Which talent is that? Is that which
that was
one
the
is it?
self light bomb, which gives him a shield in addition to the stun. Actually kept him alive there.
You love to see it. Red team did get the turn in, and they are posturing here for top lane.
Yes, they are, and the rest of the members, a few loose screws coming up as well, starting to flirt with 13. Root does land on a Kel'Thuzad combo, doesn't come out. Wipeout going in with a big condemn and a Blessed Shield. Spartacus going in there to disrupt. Horrify as well. Everyone pressing their R buttons.
Yeah.
Finnegan barely escapes.
Barely. But it does scare the red team back a little bit. Without Quan there, this push is already done. Spartacus getting a little, getting hyphy just like my camera. And, I mean, blue team is just comfortably, I feel like, rotating mid to clear this. Wipeout still going in, though, trying to pull the team in to engage in a fight. But I don't know if he should wait until they're 13 or just continue to be oppressive like this.
Well, bottom 4 did go down to the push, but still about a level and a half lead here for a few loose screws. Defending well. Rag stepping up. Sleep into a silence. Zarya ult for zoning. There goes the light bomb onto Rag on the back. 3, but I don't think he's getting out of that, Selexia. Greymane going down, Johanna to follow. That is a lot of gems on the floor.
Yeah, a lot happened there that I couldn't articulate it if I tried.
Yeah, fortunately, though, they took that fight without Lumpico in support range, but he does manage to sneak turn in on the bottom. And Wipeout and Rag will be up in time to support this turn in. But Sky5 much closer in level now.
Yeah. All right, level 13s for blue team. Instead of really defending immediately, they're pushing as much as they can here at top fort before the spiders descend. And that KTZ is able to just blow these things up pretty quickly.
So both teams going to be on the same tier here any second now.
Any second there it happens. KTZ throwing his ultimate out like confetti at a party.
Yeah, Mal'Ganis is really pressuring a few loose screws back there. They're a little hesitant to step in, but a big condemn hits 3. Horrify catches 3 as well. Zarya pressing it. There's a light bomb. Kel'Thuzad explodes, as does Gul'dan, but Stukov is so low. That was very close to being a big, big play by a few loose screws. Instead, it's a 1-for-1, but Kel'Thuzad using the phylactery to simply return. Now Wipeout might be in trouble, and with the silence, no Iron Skin All of the gems are down. Rag goes in to get him. Can he barrel roll to safety?
Maybe he doesn't want to be safe. It didn't look like it. That was a great play by Stukov with his flailing swipe to get the team back, because that was almost just too much. And wow.
You're dead on. Without that flailing swipe, that's a completely different team fight. Really broke up the momentum and the engagement of a few loose screws there.
And both teams are now heading to their bruiser camp. And we see, you know, a 2-fort deficit for blue team, not capping their bruiser quite yet, with a 2-fort deficit for red team as well.
Yeah, this game is kind of about as even as it can be. Structures, dead even. XP, dead even. The main advantage is Sky5 here is going to get a turn at any moment now.
Right. They just needed the 2 more gems. They're able to get those pretty quickly, most likely, and so that's probably why Fulu Screws is holding off, so that this camp comes out at just the right time to fight more safely, and they are shredding that mage in the middle pretty quickly. We need to see a really good team fight. Fulu Screws is going to get 16 first. I have a feeling they may try to do something.
I mean, this is the spot here. They have the potential for a big flanking, and here it comes. This is going to be a big moment if they can pull it off for either one of these squads, actually.
Right, and they are coming from behind with that flank. Lompico coming around on the side of... Oh, flailing swipe comes out, light bomb. Spartacus is very low. He is sleeping. Johanna goes down again, and Rag is looking so low, unable to execute on the strategy. Blue team is just having to run for their lives. These non-stop KTZ ultimates are rough. Rough to hear, rough to see.
Yeah, I think the light bomb may have been a hair late. They did a great job of splitting off Kel'Thuzad and Stukov, but couldn't stack the CC to finish them off. I wonder if maybe that light bomb needs to go on Johanna a little earlier. If Wipeout taps his Iron Skin to prevent the disengagement when the light bomb is on him, use that Iron Skin offensively instead of defensively.
That may be an option. Are we going to be able to see another team fight? I mean, we have 3 seconds on Anduin. Spartacus is looking low. Negative in the armor, but back up. Oh my gosh, KTZ does go down. Rag is going on a crazy spree here. Light bomb comes out. Spartacus and Zarya are both dead and stunned. He is just thirsty. Going for the throat. Stukov, I don't think he's going to make it. Flailing swipe does nothing, and he is just able to shoot him dead. What's their option here? It looks like they're just rotating right up to boss. They have to do it.
You got to take the boss to de-push the lane 100%. In the meantime, maybe Silva's going to do a little lane maintenance mid. Lompico there to meet her, though. But it is a 2-on-1, so he needs to be careful.
Definitely be careful. That is the only remaining... Oh, no, it's not the only remaining keep, but it's... You know, the sidewall and the wall has just gone down. Both towers down, so it's vulnerable. And there are some pretty thick waves rotating, you know, towards the blue side. So is this going to be a 4-man push with boss? Looks to be that way, so Malthael can clear. Oh, huge miss for KTZ on that. And this fort's going down pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, fort's going to go down. They're probably going to get wall on keep, I would imagine. I don't think they'll get too much more than that, and a little hesitation there, kind of deciding what they want to do. Looks like they're going to step in to support the boss just a little bit, but with Lompico not there, they don't want to go a little too ham.
Nah. Don't go too ham. There's a lot of gems on the table, and the blue team does have 30 out of 60, with red only having 6. They may want to consider rotating down while the boss finishes to get them. Looks like they are.
I kind of hope Lompico would just drop off while he was off by himself there and get those 23 gems off him.
Yeah, that would definitely make it more comfortable to fight.
Despite this, though, Fulu Screws actually winning the race to 20, but Lompico caught out. Yes, he is. He's gonna need help.
No, Unstoppable is used at a perfect time. Wipeout goes in instead with the light bomb. And Quan is taking quite a bit of damage. The Horrify comes out as well, and Spartacus is going crazy on that Mal'Ganis.
And that's what I was talking about, Selexi. He used the Iron Skin offensively there, and they got a big light bomb out of it and made a difference.
It definitely did make a difference, and Red Team is having to back up a bit because they did take quite a bit of damage. I think that gives Bulu Screws the opportunity to take the siege as they're doing now. And, you know, Sky5 is going to go ahead and get their Bruiser again. So we have 39, 40 gems out of 60 for Bulu Screws and 15 out of 65 for Sky5.
Yeah, and even though a few loose screws didn't kill any heroes from Sky5, they did win that team fight. That was a good team fight for them. Forced them back, got at the bottom mercs, allowed them to take a little more control of the map here.
Absolutely. They did a great job. I think that was the cleanest setup I've seen with their comp and how they intended to play it this game.
Now, because we're not seeing a lot of Greymane nowadays, worth pointing out his level 20 is a big power spike. That Hunter's Blunderbuss, his recently buffed auto attacks are going to splash all over Sky5. It's going to be a noticeable damage increase there. So let's see if that pays dividends as they're going to try to take their 20 and lay siege. They need to deal with top 2 Slexia as Greymane gets rooted. Leap of Faith, fourth to bring him out. There's 3 Katas on 4. And Sky5 realizes
oh my god. Does it matter though, because they just took 3 members of Sky5 out.
They do need to send someone back. Now 4 Katas on core. One person needs to go back.
Yeah. And Akash is backing. Gul'dan's heading back. They do have enough for turn-in as well. They're pushing this bottom keep.
It's going fast.
It is. There's still a slight shield. It's at 82% for those watching in stream. I realize my overlay is covering that. Core is at 82%. Gul'dan was able to very quickly clear that up, and we see Fulu Screws on the core at this time.
Yeah, 30 seconds left before Sky5 is up with a Greymane on core. Does a lot of damage. All they got to do is keep Rag safe, and they should be able to get this core down. Nice flailing swipes by Stukov. Core down to now 50%, Slexia.
Yeah, it's over. This is GG for Fulu Screws. It got a little hairy, but we made it. GG.
Yeah, for a team that couldn't quite find their footing in the team fights there, they found it right at the end when they needed it.
Bots just quit on me. Never mind, it came back. That's odd. All right, so quickly, I'm just going to show the stats really quick from the game and update the score. So looking at the damage, we see Gul'dan doing almost 70k with 0 kills and quite a bit of siege damage, but Greymane with 7 kills and Johanna with 4. Wow.
Yeah, that was Gul'dan setting him up. Akash doing the setup damage and Rag going in there with the go, finishing him off. Although look at that siege damage from Greymane. That was the Greymane on the structures I was talking about. 152k siege damage.
Yeah, that's a lot. Definitely unexpected.
Yeah, a few loose screws there were kind of struggling in the team fights early, but they found it at the end when they needed it.
Absolutely. And I think that's how their comp worked. You know, Red Team had this amazing Wombo idea and it worked so many times, but once you get used to it, you're able to strategize on how to work around it. And Kel'Thuzad, you know, did start missing quite a few things. Giannis! Wow! Thank you so much for the subscription. 2 months on a 1-month streak. My only subscriber. Thank you so much. Just kidding.
What a guy, Giannis. What a guy. So I've just been informed that Sky5 has decided they will take map pick.
All right. Map pick for Sky5, and where are we going? Do we know?
I don't think we know quite yet. That was a very close game. It came down to At the end, what a lot of games of Heroes comes down to nowadays, who's going to win that post-20 team fight?
Right. Yeah, you have to be careful for those post-20 team fights, am I right?
Yeah, and that didn't look good, honestly, for few loose screws at the bottom. I didn't think that was going to happen, but all of a sudden, Red Heroes just started dropping all over the place, and it went from this looks dicey to they're going to win the game real quick.
Yeah, and that's all it took. Those death timers being so high, just if you're able to pick one by one, pick them off. It doesn't matter what kind of deficit you're at. You got this. And it was a breath of fresh air to see that map played differently, without the I feel like status quo heroes that we've seen for so long. So that was exciting.
Yeah, there were definitely some new heroes there. The Mal'Ganis, Kel'Thuzad, who does pop up from time to time, but Mal'Ganis in particular, we haven't seen him in just forever.
Played well too. Looking at the stats as I still have them pulled up, 85,000, almost 86,000 damage tanked, whereas Johanna at only 79k, which I feel like Johanna is a real monster. So to have a Mal'Ganis be able to take that kind of damage with that Zarya support is awesome.
So we are in lobby, Slexia, FYI. You can join us.
My bad, I was looking at stats forever.
It's all good. We're going to be Infernal Shrines. Sky5 map of choice for game 2.
My favorite map. Infernal Shrines. All right, so everyone's familiar with this map, the old 3-lane, 17,000 camp map. Punishers. And a whole lot of opportunity to win the game in different ways. All right, no, they're being harassing.
We're not over.
You know what?
I mean, Rag can cast. There we go.
All right. It depends on how you're saying Rag can cast. Like anyone can cast, like I am, not that great. Yeah, Rag can cast. Anyone can cast. Richard Gere, hello, are you here still? You can cast too, but are you? No. I don't know where I'm going with that. Don't judge me. Hello, thank you for joining, chat. Let's get into this. Come on. I'm waiting here with dead eyes. Speak on my behalf. No, I'm kidding. Let me type. Okay. I did type R.
You did. All right. I gave it to him again. I said R again.
R. All the R's, all the F's. Infernal Shrines. Thank you so much, Wipeout. Mongoose, you're okay. I see the monkey. Yikes.
For the boosted monkeys.
Yeah. All right. Rhaegar getting banned again.
That's got to be targeted. I don't know the roster on Sky5 too much, but that's got to be a targeted ban.
I suppose. Does he really have the kit to be that oppressive? Is my question. ETC being banned again.
I'm not sure.
First ban last time as well.
It was. ETC is in a great spot right now. I'm not sure if they're using that as a meta ban or a targeted ban. My guess would be it's probably a meta ban. Jaina being banned out one more time by
exactly
Screws. This
the
is
same.
Deja vu.
Yeah, and then I blacked out after the last draft at this time, so I don't remember the rest. So
it was Kael'thas was the next
just
ban.
kidding. No, I didn't remember it, but I didn't black out.
So if they don't ban Kael'thas, if you lose Screws, will first pick him.
Done.
Because that's targeted at Akash, is what that is.
Okay, a mage player.
Yep.
Akash on his Gul'dan last time. Who do we have left for Akash?
I mean, if it's going to keep like this, they're going to first pick Johanna again, right?
Mayhaps.
Mayhaps indeed.
Relevant here, able to help with the shrines.
Now this time a Nubarak. Last time he made it through the whole draft without being touched. And this time he's first pick.
this time. All right, so we're gonna get to see maybe the Kakuna come out from Wipeout on that Anubarak. Stukov and Johanna. That Stukov was great. The roots in the middle of his silence on that Anduin was an epic play. Clip worthy for sure.
So some good plays by the Stukov player last game. And Akash back on the Gul'dan. And let's see who they're going to roll with here for their next pick.
I can't. The suspense. Oh, it's Anduin.
Anduin. I like that pick. He probably wouldn't have stayed up if they didn't grab him now. It would have been a good ban.
This is
for this mid-ban phase.
This is where Ana was banned last time. So who are we going to see banned instead? What's the target on Pico or Rag?
Yeah, it's a good question.
They can't decide.
They cannot.
Playing with our minds here.
Kerrigan. I was kind of wondering about that when Rag didn't pick, honestly, and Kerrigan is kind of a once-in-a-while spicy Shrines pick that you see picked at the end of drafts, but
yeah,
not going to see it here.
He gets pretty aggressive with that Kerrigan, too. Hopping around. Oh, and that's Sylvanas ban. No one wants to deal with that anymore.
Yeah, no double silence.
Yeah.
For Sky5 this time.
Too versatile, the Sylvanas. So, yeah, we've yet to see, you know, our offlane pick or our next assassin for blue team. Red side here picking up their two, a Sonya and a Junkrat.
I think the patch earlier this week was good for Sonya. It gave her a little bit of a health buff, which is never a bad thing. And I think the speed actually helps her a little bit too. So we'll see.
Malthael picked up again.
Who's it going to be for Rag? Back on the Greymane?
I don't know.
Indeed. So, other than Anubarak, the exact same draft for a few loose screws, I suppose. If it's not broken, Slexia, you don't fix it.
Right. Picking up the Anubarak, though. Oh, what the hell am I looking at? Anyway, I'm going to act like I didn't see it. And I'm just going to look at the camera. The follow-up for Anubarak, though. I mean, definitely Greymane able to dive. There could be a root follow-up. But Gul'dan is more of like a, you know, waves of poison type of damage. So there's a lot of reliance here on that Greymane.
Yeah, and the flip side of that is Junkrat and Tracer are squirrely. But squishy, so if you actually get the damage onto them, it's not going to take a lot to bring either one of those down.
True. If you're able to catch them, and if their escapes are down. There's a lot of different sub-bullets here in order to execute them. But last
Tracer gets caught in a Horrify. She's toast.
True. Toast. Bashost. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I said it. Let's get into the game.
Yourselves for battle, heroes.
All right, maybe I should have the camera not in the lava, but on the team. On the blue side. Maybe. Or maybe we'll just cast the lava and speculate on how quickly it's flowing. Anyway, Infinite Loop on the Anduin once again. Ragnarok playing Greymane, Akash on Gul'dan, Wipeout playing Anubarak this time, and Lumpico on the Malthael. That is few loose screws.
Sky5 trying to force the big game 3. Apple Mike on Tracer, Furl on Junkrat. We have Spartacus on Johanna, Quanfinnigan on Sonya, and Goliath playing Stukov.
All right, so Malthael's rotating up. Sonya's already top. We're seeing just safe clearing here.
Yeah, Sonya and Malthael going to square off in the top lane. I don't know how that matchup's going to go. They tried to catch Junkrat in rotation. Wipeout is doing a nice job of trying to cut and disrupt.
Yeah.
And of course, Gul'dan is really fast clearing and rotating away. Now looking for somebody. Not Johanna, not really the target. Ironskin eats the burrow charge.
And Sonya's already up on the bruiser camp. Immediately was there ready when it turned gold. So macro is going to be a huge part of Red Team's strategy here.
Yeah, and I like what Sky5 did. They sent Tracer up on the Malthael, and that's a problem. But speaking of problems, Junkrat needs to take a little 15-second vacation at the Hall of Storms.
A vacation at the Hall of Storms,
Yep.
where mana and life are plentiful. All right, so that bruiser's already picked up, and I want to take a look top lane because Tracer is just so annoying, and Quan Finnegan is coming in. Red, this wave is just crashing here. Oh my god, and the spear comes out, and they don't care. They give.
Yeah, Fearless Goose is going to have to send reinforcements if these two stay up here.
Definitely. Apple Mike taking a shot from that tower, but not really caring. Just squirrely and unpredictable. One of the most terrifying things.
And they do send reinforcements as Akash and Infinite Loop. Come on up.
All right. Our third caster for the evening is Mongoose's daughter.
That is correct. She made a.
I
she
love
tried to be
casting with
ninja.
her.
She tried to be ninja about it, but she's 4 and she's not ever quiet.
Yeah, that's okay. A lot of questions, right?
So first shrine is up. XP about even. I was kind of wondering about the thought process behind grabbing the bruisers so early for Sky5 because yeah, they free cleared it, did few loose screws, and now they're going to have their bruisers pushing during the objective. Wipeout's actually anchoring the mid siege. If they can catch somebody there, it might be Junkrat, and they do.
I didn't even look at that. I'm not good at this, guys. Welcome
Wipeout
back.
and Rag were waiting in the bush for Junkrat to go on that camp. He did. They went on to Junkrat, and down he went. Really nice play there. So Fulu Screw's in a great spot. They're going to get the early Shrine Monkey lead. Sky5 is going to force to rotate out of this objective to clear top, and they're going to be at like 20, 25, 30 of these Shrine Monkeys before Sky5 can even step in.
And it is a frozen Punisher, which is great for Siege here, but Sky5 is able to come in, and Spoticus trying to get that condemn on the team doesn't do anything whatsoever. Level 7's almost online for blue team, but they only need 3 more. Quan Finnegan is in there and out of there because he was getting roughed up, and there's no fighting it. This goes over to few those screws.
Yeah, when you only need 3 more, Gul'dan's going to get 3 more on accident. So there's really no Sky5
Just
to get it.
thinking about it. That was an excellent jump immediately over. Spoticus able to lure the Punisher, but you know, those towers and the fort were disabled briefly. Let's see if they get it again.
Now next jump, I want to see few loose screws jump on whoever it is, and there it is. They wipe us ahead there onto the Tracer. Bullying Sky5 back though. Down goes the Punisher, and into retreat mode goes few loose screws.
Alright, so the fort wasn't taken. It was nice to get that Punisher to hop around and away from the actual structure itself. And now we're back to the rotation game here and the camp game. But I think that, oh my god, Wipeout just face checked that bush. Spoticus was surely there. We're going back to the Siege camp musical chair session.
Yeah, and they've got few loose screws has Malthael double soaking. Wipeout's just sitting in this bush waiting for the opportunity to get somebody.
Or maybe he's taking a nap. We'll never know. We can't see him in real life. Oh, but he's awake again, knowing Spoticus lives in that bush, lives in the shadows. Concussion mine put down, but that Gul'dan shredded Junkrat. He didn't even exist.
Yeah, that's what I was saying early game. If they get a Junkrat or Tracer, they just have 0 health, basically. If Wipeout on that Punisher would have been a half a second earlier, Tracer would have been gone. They're squirrely and tough to get a hold of. But when you get a hold of them, they just don't last.
Absolutely not. I want to take a look at talents and damage really quick. I think I'm going to start with damage. I'm just curious. Alright, so Junkrat doing about 9,200, Greymane at 1,100, Gul'dan at 8,000, Tracer having done only 4,600 damage to heroes at this time.
Yeah, the Tracer pick was a little bit unconventional. I think she's kind of struggling into all the AoE stuff that Gul'dan throws out. You can't step into that if you're Tracer, you know?
Right. Bruiser Camp picked up by red team again before the objective, so it'll be easily cleared. Quickly to go over it, the talents have been picked up, the ultimates rather. Actually, I want to see what's going on up here.
Absolutely. This is a few loose screws using 10s. They were trying to fish around for somebody, just weren't able to find what they wanted, so go to clear instead.
Right, so we do see the Kakuna picked up by Wipeout. Horrify by Gul'dan again. Last Rites picked up by Malthiel. Go for the Throat by Greymane. And, pardon me, Holy Word Salvation. I almost said Power Word Salvation picked up for a few loose screws. What do we see for the red team? Oh no!
Well, we see them get Rag stepping just a little bit far out. Wipeout tried to peel and almost got him out, but too little too late, and that's going to be 18 seconds before Rag gets here on the objective. Those heroics are Quantum Spike, Riptire, Blessed Shield, Leap, and Flailing Swipe. I'm a little bit concerned about that Holy Word Salvation between Leap and Condemn and Blessed Shield and Silence.
Concussion Mine.
Oh my god, there's so many interrupts on the side of Sky5. I'm very worried they're not going to get enough value out of that.
Well, there's so many escapes easily with red team that maybe it was just decided. Spoticus having to back up. Oh my god, that Riptire was killed luckily because Akasha's health was just so low. Wipeout is doing an excellent job at zoning red team out, and so is Rag. But red team does manage to get this, and holy bejesus, Blessed Shield comes out, finishing off Ragnarok after Anduin went down.
Yeah, and that was the same thing as last time. Once a team's at like 37-38, it's really hard to actually win that objective. As Akash going down, Wipeout going down, they had no fort to hide behind. Wipeout in particular was already at low health. And a few loose screws controlled the early part of this game pretty handedly, but the teeter-totter is going the other way.
Yeah, the teeter-totter of death. Oh, Ragnarok getting the concussion mine, knocking him out into the fray. Red team. Oh my god! Red team almost got him, and the frickin' Mario lasers on this Punisher almost finished the job, but they're able to get these towers down. Tracer not giving up, blinking out after finishing that off on this bottom keep. And they're rotating immediately to the siege camp on the side of few loose screws. Concussion mine set up.
That mine for the anchor. Lampico needs, that would have been real dicey had he begun on the other side of that.
All right, so they are just rotating together at this point. They have 13s on the side of Sky5, getting these siege camps. I don't think blue team, or rather few loose screws, it would interrupt them if they went for the siege unless they had 13 themselves, but instead there's an engagement here bot. The well is still up, surprisingly. Riptire is coming out. Tracer's in the cocoon. Riptire hasn't gone off yet, but it does. It explodes, and Greymane dies. Oh my gosh. Anduin is running for his life, and Akash just has no armor whatsoever. Wipeout is like, what? I'm not a tank, right? Like, this is an escape, not an actual ability. I have to go. Toodles.
That was a great play by Furl there. He actually held the Riptire and just kind of drove it in little circles until Goliath's interrupt on Holy Word Salvation came out. They actually got a fair amount of value lengthwise on Holy Word Salvation, but Lurking Arm came out they waited for the Riptire, and then once that ultimate expired, Riptire did a lot of work.
Yeah, it did. Now, I mean, last time it was killed, I think, before it went off. But Bruiser and Siege are still available on the side of Sky5. This team is waiting for their tank wipeout to check every bush before they even consider going anywhere. And
No, Sonya's showing in the top now, so they should be pretty safe here.
Pretty safe.
Look at where Johanna is. It looks like they're waiting for this Bruiser camp. 6 seconds. This is going to be an invade by Sky5, especially now that they've shown in the bottom.
Well, 16s haven't been picked up yet. I mean, they may... Here, they're gonna get it. Maybe. They're gonna get it. Oh, and they're spotted. I thought maybe they would end up fighting in that choke, but they did not. Oh, Wipeout decides to take the fight, though. Goes in and immediately gets stunned, and then rooted by the silence and goes down. Rag is also being targeted. This is not fun for blue team.
Lumpico did manage to pick up a cheeky kill on the Stukov on the backside, but otherwise a pretty clean 4 for 1. Sky5, last 2 team fights, man, they are absolutely in control of this game right now.
Chat saying, game 3 hype. Yeah,
pretty
definitely
much.
A possibility.
Feels like that.
Bottom is very vulnerable. And I mean, I don't know if a Nubarak was the right pick. It's kind of like what I was saying when we were talking about the drafts. It's just the follow-up for his dives, and it's just not there. Maybe if with Life Bomb, it would have been a better choice.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Think about game 1, all the value.
Yeah.
And in game 2, granted, not over yet, but there basically has been minimal value. Holy Word Salvation, it's just too situational, I think.
Very situational. Red team, just like a thief in the night, takes this Mortar Punisher. It's heading mid. Remember, that's the weakest fort for red team. It has still hung on by a thread, though, if you'll notice. All the way from the first Punisher, and it's doing a lot of work right now.
Speaking of doing a lot of work, Sky5, they're doing a lot of work right now. There's a good Holy Word Salvation,
that was clutch.
Got Lumpico out. Nice job from over the wall, but this Punisher still over half health. Jumps right onto Akash. That's not really who you want eating that. But this front wall is going down fast. Sky5 on the march. Punisher falling fast. Let's see if this keep stays up.
It might.
It's going to be close.
Yeah, it looks like red team is deciding to play it a little safe and continue maybe with their macro game. What's the timer looking like here? 2 minutes on the siege camp over on the blue side. Bottom is available. But Wipeout face checking the bush again.
Bye, Wipeout.
And is immediately deleted. They are onto his strategies. Onto his face checking strats.
Whew. Ouch.
That was a big loss for some time. There is quite a bit to clear up. They will be able to get 16. A few loose screws will. And unfortunately, they won't be able to get much else.
Yeah, but it's never great to be picked, but if you are going to get picked, that was actually probably a good time for it. The objective's not going to be up for a little while. When he gets up, they'll be same talent tier. So if you lose screws, they want to try to look for something like a kind of about now, pre-20. They don't want to wait.
Right. They have a lot of damage control here, a lot of fires to put out. Wipeout is back up and headed bot. So we have a Kosh Ragnarok mid with the other 3 bot. And I mean, Sky5 is rotating as one cluster of 5 people, which is maybe why they're called Sky5. Wow.
I mean, why wouldn't they be? They've been really successful the last half of this game in the team fights.
They're finally taking the well down top. That is where the next objective is spawning. And Wipeout way ahead of his team, checking the bush here. Spoticus was there. And this is where we had the devastating fight of...
I mean, this is the fight few loose screws wants, though. If they're going to give it to you, you want to take it, right?
You do, but I feel like they know that red team is prioritizing these camps so heavily that they almost will forfeit the fight just so they can't have one more thing pushing in a lane against them. Maybe they'll take it on the siege camp.
I mean, this is their last shot to force something, is literally right here. Here they go.
All right. Oh, and Concussion Mine keeps Ragnarok from being able to jump in. Riptire comes out, but so does the Horrify, who's caught in it. But Sonya able to back out, and Ragnarok goes down in the engagement, and that leap was devastating. Akash can't even survive through that. Infinite Loop is running toward the red side, kiting the whole time. All the while, everyone goes down. GG's called in chat.
Yeah, that will be GG. I didn't notice it till right at the end. Tracer actually took Untouchable and finished the quest that last team fight.
Whoa, Nelly. That's a ballsy move.
Yeah, and that's a lot of damage as it starts to ramp up too.
Yeah, that leap was money, Giggle Schmack. Holy moly. I think the Anubarak was one of the choices here that cost the game, in addition to the ultimate selection by Anduin. Other than that, they played pretty decently. Checking the bushes was rough, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it seemed like that game just kind of started rolling downhill. Once Sky5 got a hold of it, that was that.
That was that. Holding
and look
their
at the Junkrat damage.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
I'm gonna filter this. Junkrat at 43k with 6 kills.
Tracer 8 kills, no deaths.
Well, that's why you see it then. If you can play Tracer like that, why not? No one expects it. You laugh about it until you lose to it, and then you get upset. Or at least I would.
Yeah, in the early game, they just weren't getting a lot of value out of it, but Apple might kind of slowly building up those untouchable stacks. The team started to ramp up, and then about level 10 to 12 or so, the whole game kind of flipped on its head.
Definitely. All right, so we are going to be going to a game 3 for this Division A matchup of Fulu Screws versus Sky5. It's anyone's game. It's anyone's game. I don't know if we'll see the Anubarak again. What about you? What about the Anduin?
I mean, I think the Anubarak was fine, but I think Anubarak's kind of always good, but I feel like the Light Bomb basically got one, or the Holy Word Salvation basically got one really good usage out of it. And then compare that to game 1 and how many good Light Bombs were there. I mean, like 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. There were a lot.
Enough. For sure.
Yeah, so that not getting value out of your heroic is a big deal. And if you can simply fix that by changing which one you pick.
Yeah, I don't know. Anubarak is a great tank. That doesn't mean that you have to pick him if you don't have the comp to go with him. And I just don't feel like it was working out. But that's not a personal dig at you, Wipeout, whatsoever. Don't even think that. Don't be so sensitive. All right, so where are we at here? Do we have any...
No inclination yet. A few loose screws, talking it over. I think we just found out.
And
they will pick map, and we're going to Cursed Hollow.
Cursed Hollow, all the big maps, all the long games here. Chat, thank you so much for joining, by the way. I appreciate you guys watching. It feels great. Second cast this season. I did one last night. This time I have an actual camera, so my bad. And also Ziltoid, thank you for the follow. I did not acknowledge that earlier. And again, thank you for that host. So, all right, chat, who do you guys feel will take game 3 here on Cursed Hollow? Let's speculate before we even see the drafts. What are we gonna see? Will we see a Sonya again? I feel like I would ban Sonya after that leap, honestly. Especially if trying to take a boss on Cursed Hollow. I don't even want to.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think Junkrat was a problem as well. If I'm a few loose screws, they have a good Junkrat player. I wouldn't mind them just you don't need to ban it. Just take it away and use it yourself. He gives boss control and anchoring in the bushes with the mines and the bear traps. So I wouldn't mind that adjustment out of the guys with Wipeout Squad. But honestly, I feel like this is kind of Sky5's game to win. Game 1 was like super close, back and forth, and it was decided by one team fight at the end. So it's a coin flip game. Game 2, though, was all Sky5.
Absolutely. It was not even close. Like it wasn't even close on that one death. What?
You can join in lobby as well. But
I haven't been invited. I've had to join every time, and it feels bad. Oh, I'm invited. Mongoose invites me. You're a good guy. Hey, thank you so much, BullBear1, for the follow. All right. I'm ready. I'm ready to get this game 3. I'm going to update the scores when we're in the draft, but we do not have a 10th person. 4v5.
That makes it harder.
Yeah. All right, what's up, Arrow? Welcome. Last few game 3s you've seen were stomps in game 2, and then the team that won game 1 came back and stomped game 3. Will we break the curse tonight? Or
we'll find out.
On Cursed Hollow? Or will we see that trend? Should we track that trend? Analysts in chat, Ektar. Is Ektar an analyst? Yes.
No.
He is now. No. You're appointed. I am appointing you, Ektar. Just kidding. I have no clout, no pull. He is lead mod. All right.
Yeah, he is lead mod. That is true.
No clout, no pull, just a webcam and a microphone and the desire to cast games.
Oh, see, in my case, it's a webcam and a microphone and nothing to do with it.
That too. Let's call myself out. Nothing to do. Just sit here and cast. All right. Where is the other person?
Well, they were here a moment ago.
Already seeing Rusty's nails, just cheering for his team or her team, Sky5, as well as Bullet Bear 1. Goliath is the shits. Pardon my language, but he spelled it that way. Niggity. Do you mean shiz niggity? You do now, because I can't repeat it. Okay, fidget spinner in lobby chat. Shiz diggity is fine too. Perfect. Any other cool terms I can try to pronounce on stream while we're waiting? Type them out. I couldn't. Who was it last night? There is a clip from the stream. I was streaming with Rag, casting with Rag, and the person's name was Diet Llama, and I called them Diatama. And I also called Muradin Malfurion. So don't put it past me to completely butcher anything.
Well, when I shot call our team's games, I am constantly calling the wrong hero's name. But luckily, my teammates just speak Mongoose now, and they just kind of know who I'm referring to.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably close enough now to you could just make noises and they understand.
Yeah, right. Like when I call out Abathur and they know I mean Anubra.
If it starts with an A,
kill Abathur.
It's whatever.
They're like, he's over there. We knew you meant this other one.
It's actually Alarak, Artanis, perhaps. All right, we're getting into the draft. Oof. All right, we're seeing the first ban this time from the red side. Who's it gonna be? Are they afraid of anyone? Do they have the right to be afraid of anyone? I feel like they're letting these timers go down all the way just for the suspense, and it's a little intense. I'm gonna take another sip of my LaCroix, not sponsored yet, for Ragnarok.
Well, timer going all the way down.
You hate to wait for it.
And it's going to be Kael'thas one more time. Akash will not get to play Kael'thas.
All right. On Cursed Hollow. This is one of those opportunities for, if they're banning ETC for Wipeout, to perhaps pick them up. That bush of gank here on this map can be quite the place to pick some enemies out, but I don't know.
Well, first pivot for Few Screws, letting Rhaegar through to ban out the Stukov.
I think they've learned.
And no ETC
chance.
one more time. So same bans all 3 games. Oh no, there was a Kerrigan ban. One of them. So very similar bans all 3 games in a row for Sky5.
Similar, for sure. Different order. Who would you ban here? I mean, we've seen 2 different tanks that Sonya.
Well,
yeah.
You called it. You called it.
I absolutely not. I don't want to deal with that Sonya. Even visually, it was terrifying. I couldn't imagine being in game. Excellent Sonya play. That's a respect ban for sure. And also on this map, Sonya, just her whirlwind, if trying to steal a boss, is so annoying. But Rhaegar does get picked up.
By Apple Mike, who
Insta-locked.
played Tracer last game.
Versatility. Love to see it.
Well, that's obviously that's why the Rhaegar was banned out, right? If they were first banning it and Sky5 first picked it, clearly they were doing their homework.
Yes, and Diablo this time. We're seeing all of the tank selections.
Oh,
And a Morales.
Morales.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I do love Diablo on Cursed Hollow in particular. There's a lot of tight chokes. When you get to that 13-16, you can really do some damage on a backline.
Absolutely.
But the Morales is interesting, especially so early in the draft.
I know. I don't want to say it's a setup for anything. Like a cheese
Well.
comp.
I think more of them, I'm going to say.
Are we going to see a Maiev?
Whew, maybe. But Sylvanas is back. Sky5 picking him early. So Sky5 took the whole back line, leaving the tanks and the offlaner for the end. Also worth noting, we haven't seen Raynor at all this whole set. No picks, no bans. It's like he has something better to do.
Yeah. He's probably fixing Little Jimmy. Little Jimmy puts in a lot of work.
He does. He gets beat up on a lot too.
That's cute that you think they're taking a tank and an offlaner is what Ariel says.
I could be wrong. They picked some spicy stuff game 1. Maybe they're just going to run tank double support. Who knows?
Maybe choke all. Who knows? Maybe they didn't even want to play Greymane this game, but we'll never know because it was banned.
Right. So Rag going to be forced to play something different this time around.
What's up, Blonde? Thank you so much for stopping by. Happy Friday to you too. And she wishes everyone a happy Friday in chat.
Happy Friday, Blonde. Blonde Duchess. And there's the Junkrat. I said they had a Junkrat player. There it is.
Absolutely. I mean, infamous Junkrat player. Amazing plays. Mostly seen on Volskaya, but here we are seeing it on Cursed Hollow with Akash on the Vala, which I believe she did get a buff at 16.
She also got a health buff, which is a big deal because I mean she's still squishy, but
right.
That's a big change for Vala. There's the Mal'Ganis and the
again.
Rexar.
And the worst skin in the game.
That is a lot of disruption.
Yeah. To hold your own in a lane with Rexar.
Long Pico just going Malthael again? I feel like they would be a little lacking in the peels department.
I don't think so. Thrall.
Interesting.
A lot of disruption there too with his ultimate if picked up. Yikes. It feels like a standard team until you see the Mal'Ganis. You know what I mean?
Yeah, twice in one night.
Yeah. Standard team until you see the Mal'Ganis, and then a standard team until you see the Morales.
Also worth noting, a role swap here coming out for Sky5. Goliath played Stukov the last couple of games, now playing the Rexar. Where Apple Mike swapping from Tracer to Rhaegar.
All right, yeah, you're right. You did call that or point that out when he picked him up. I thought you meant that they did like the swap in draft, but no, they did.
Oh no, they're playing totally different roles.
Stayed there, flexible, true flex players here tonight.
I mean, there were a couple teams that had success doing that. Like the most notable last season was Virtual Murky Slayer. They just kind of swapped all over the place depending on who was playing what. They had 3 different guys who tanked. So it's not common, but it can be done.
Well, it is being done. And for game 3 in this best of 3 series, the last time I'll introduce Few Loose Screws, we have Lompico on Thrall playing Lieutenant Morales with a very large taunt as Infinite Loop. Ragnarok with a tiny little taunt, little itty bitty guy playing Junkrat, Akash on Vala, and Wipeout on Diablo.
And Sky5 trying to pull off back-to-back for the series win. Goliath playing Rexar and Misha. Apple Mike playing Rhaegar, who was finally let through the draft. Spartacus will be on Mal'Ganis. Quan Finnegan back on Sylvanas. And Furl moving from Junkrat to Jaina.
All right, well, I'm curious to see what kind of... Okay, no, we do see Thrall going up top. Rexar was already there, and I'm like, wait a second. How's this working out here? Junkrat heading bot, and red team... Oh, Wipeout's in that bush of gank.
Yeah, this...
The grenade by Morales disrupted the back by Mal'Ganis, which he wasn't even trying to back, I don't think. Wait, let me go mid.
Yeah, this time though, Sky5 did adjust their rotations after picked a couple times last game. And Thrall gonna have a hard time into the Rexar Misha top. He does okay, but that's a really tough matchup for really any solo laner.
Oh, let's take a look. Yeah, that is rough.
Yeah. And Misha, look at that. Great play by Goliath there. Just putting Misha on top of the globe, not Lompico to regain some health there. An early tap, too.
Right. Wow. Misha is just not into that orc. Oh, boy.
Oh. Mal'Ganis goes down somewhere. We missed it. To minions was... That wasn't
Stop it.
Was it?
Stop it. Oh, why didn't I get that? It was just very odd to hear blue team draws first blood and see the Nexus taking the first kill of the game.
I don't know where that was. I honestly have no idea.
I have no idea. Anyone in chat?
But
oh, look at the emote.
Sad face Mal'Ganis.
Embarrassed. I would do blushing Mal'Ganis. Von Finnegan just poking down Rag, and he gets
Rag!
Concussion mine with himself and Rhaegar.
With the taunts and the ammo to finish it. Somebody clip it. Send it to the Nexus Edge.
You love to see it.
Oh, but don't go down like that, Rag. The camera's on you. You can't go down to Sylvanas right after.
MVP called out to minion valuable player taking the Mal'Ganis out. Sorry. Alright, top. Let's look at Thrall. No mana, but still fighting with the Siege Giants on his side. Just whacking Misha with his hammer. I miss all the action. Again.
Well, you know what they're doing here? They're using the Morales beam permanently on Vala and shoving in with the camp. And you can see it's got the wall. It got Jaina. 3 unanswered kills. A full level lead 3 minutes into the game. So a few loose screws. They're coming back with the vengeance. Diablo looking for Rexar. He's going to push him towards Thrall here. Goliath is in trouble. There's the flip. Where's the body blocks? Down goes Rexar and Misha. Real nice play by Wipeout. Going the long way around and making sure to push Rexar into Thrall's loving arms.
His loving arms with that beautiful necklace. Wow.
But meanwhile, bottom lane.
I cannot keep up with this.
So it looks like the teams are just going to trade forts.
No.
No problem, right?
They're not, actually, because
They're
blue
not.
team is rotating down. Danger Pink's coming out. They're securing their
They can't get
vision.
down here in time, clearly.
Yeah, and I don't even know where to put the camera because there's no logic in this place right now. That level
Oh, they just
advantage.
got- oh,
Oh
oh.
my god, the charge. Wipeout has no fear.
It was close. If he was a hair closer or a hair faster, they'd get him, but Akasha's gonna
Goliath.
get...
Goliath.
Where's the vault? Where's the vault? Where is it?
Oh! Wipeout. Getting his souls. They're
Well, now
down.
we see why the Morales was picked, because Infinite Loop has a huge Morales taunt and flexing
Right,
on
it was
just
massive.
5-1. Using the mine to keep him away, poking him down, Wipeout covering the top lane. This should go over to a few loose screws. There's no way they don't get this, right? Question mark.
I don't know.
They're trying to come in through the bottom here because they
split.
know top is so cut off. But Wipeout's there waiting for him. Akash zoning away Sylve with damage. Jaina can't get the poke, and now
my
she's caught in trouble.
Jaina is Jaina making it out?
With
She made it
19
out!
health.
Oh my god, that was my hand flicking. Sorry if anyone puked from the camera work I have. My bad.
Spartacus reading a bedtime story kept Jaina alive. That's what happened there.
Wow. Okay, so I'm actually, my chair is all the way back, and I'm like, what am I looking at? That Jaina, I thought was dead. I saw her die in my mind, you know, and she lived. Level 9 picked up for few loose screws, rag clearing bot lane, and it looks like the bush.
are
the
they
bush
going to
of
rotate
gank
aggressive?
Here. Well, the bush of gank has Jaina in it. Rag.
Yeah, he's just throwing stuff in the bush. He's not going there himself.
No, absolutely not. He knows how to check a bush.
I think Rag is just going to stay down here and poke out, while the rest of the team is going to get 10 mid, and then that's going to force Sky5 to give Curse. Rag can poke this out almost indefinitely.
Yeah, until the...
Oh, the grenade just missed! Apple Mike,
I didn't
though.
even see it because I was following... Yeah, I was following... Whoa. Okay, he
Ooh.
cannot poke indefinitely.
Well, Apple Mike went super aggro with that Rhaegar, chased him all the way back to his keep. Otherwise, he 100% would have. And that's a big play for Sky5, because that prevents a pre-10 curse. They would have been in a world of trouble.
And we're seeing both teams look at boss at this time. Richard Gear saying that's standard Vala. As it was pointed out, there's an interesting Vala build. Let me go ahead and pull the talents up.
Oh, here's the
Medvac!
Medevac. Where are they going? Where are they going?
Forget
They're
the
gonna be
talents.
too late, but they right into the waiting hands of Spartacus. A big root
Right
there.
into
A
the
few
root from
crews
the
in trouble.
boss! Ah, the definition of unlucky! Apocalypse coming out, though. Wipeout is just zoning this Jaina out, and Akash is having to vault away. Wipeout's gonna take one for the team. That was the most unlucky thing I've ever seen. The roots from the boss. That RNGesus just does not care about few loose screws.
Spartacus tanking this fort for some reason. There we go. Wowza. Yeah, if you don't land the Buick where it's safe, you can really get obliterated. And that was a good example.
Put that taunt away, Morales. That you're driving on that soccer and the soccer mom van is less than favorable. But no, RNGesus really didn't care.
I like the call here, just letting Rag poke this out. He gets 2 over the wall, Riptire, point blank on the Spartacus. Ancestral Heal actually goes out on Jaina. I think that was a misclick, Lexi.
No, it went out. It did go out on the Mal'Ganis. Or maybe he used, or did he use his ultimate and it just was all for naught because the damage
was. I think he used his ultimate and it was a little late.
It was too substantial, the damage. John Knight saying congrats to the boss on winning the game. Congrats to the Cursed Hollow boss for winning Player of the Week in Div A. Oh, you hate to see it, but also love it more than you can explain.
So 5-on-5. Some R buttons up. Some are buttons down. Both teams are here.
Oh, that
Frost
Q
bolt misses! It missed!
Oh my
goodness,
god!
not like this!
Oh my god! Misplay of the game. I'm just kidding. The frost ring does come out and Thrall goes down, but Spartacus, I don't know. I don't know. Akash, can you finish it? No, Akash cannot. 3 kills.
There were a lot of low health bars there. They kind of let Vala just wail on everybody for a little while, but she couldn't quite finish him off.
Soccer Mom Bad heading bot with just Morales and Ragnarok on that Junkrat. 3 members.
Shot Knight, I don't understand anything that happened. Us neither, John.
Yeah.
I don't understand what just happened, but a big flank coming up. Morales and Junkrat, they may have overstayed their welcome.
Oh my god.
Grenade disrupting the Jaina. There's the concussion mine.
Oh, the
Junkrat's probably going to get away,
too.
but
yeah.
I don't think Morales is.
No. Oh my god. This is too much. Okay. Okay. He took Sylvanas out, but that Q missing almost was like, oh great, they're going to get the curse. Absolutely. Yes. And then 3 of them died. What a waste. Could have been just an amazing curse, but it's gone. And now the whole time.
What is this game?
This game is sad. This game is this game.
This game is bananas.
This game is Wono asking if Nobo misses this division, as they are now in heroic division. All right, so Ragnarok is setting up traps, rotating
this time,
down.
Morale is getting out a little bit sooner.
Ooh.
But all members are here.
The wall bang
Wipeout
and the
onto
apocalypse.
Big
That was
thunder.
Yeah, excellent follow-up by Thrall. Phil just able to make it out on that Jaina. Thrall goes down, pays for it. Nothing happens to red team yet, if at all. Spartacus getting hyphy with that Morales. Why would you do that?
It happened fast, but that was, I'm pretty sure the dart conversion onto Thrall absolutely exploded him.
Yeah, but
poor Lompico just got wrecked.
Poor Lompico, and I mean, yeah, Morales just was down, just completely away from the team. Was she zoned out? Did she rotate from around the bottom? We'll never know unless we watch this again, which I don't know if I can handle it. I'm gonna say it though, Wipeout is redeeming himself with his wall bangs here. He is going in hard, and if only there was appropriate follow-up. Oh my god, finally the Jaina dies to Thrall. Vala is just poking them away with her ultimate, putting them back? I don't know.
I want the boss invade here. I think for those screws, that has to be the play. They're down Jaina for 30 seconds. You can boss invade and then medevac down onto the point so they get curse.
They do not have
but
16
Thrall
though.
is not here though, so it's a 4-on-4 down Talontiers. I don't think you want to take that.
I mean,
yeah, you gotta back up.
Yeah,
they're.
I feel like they have been playing on their emotions, just like not thinking at some of these plays.
And now if I'm Sky5, I just rip my own boss. That curse means nothing. And that's what they're going to do.
They know medvac is always an option.
Yeah, but they're not afraid of medevac if it goes like last time.
That was RNGesus. I can't say it enough. I mean, the roots to land and immediately have the roots. Yikes. I mean, taking that boss, having it head to top keep, and then maybe looking for a fight in between here might be what they're doing. I mean, they are rotating down. Both keeps. Go ahead.
I think Sky5 is just going to burn the boss. They're down there. And I think Fulu Screw is probably going to give up this trip as well. And then the next one is really for all the marbles. First for both teams. Both teams will be same talent tier.
I don't know. Wouldn't be a
Although
curse
they do have
for
medevac.
blue.
So if they get 16, they can medevac down there, hopefully in a safer place than last time. Speaking of medevac,
Yeah.
there it is.
They're taking it
Gonna let the
to-
fort finish boss.
Okay.
And they are in a safe place. They arrive just in time. No 16 yet, though. Oh, it's so close.
I mean, maybe the camp
There it
will
is.
get it for them as it does. Lampico, Thrall being the one to channel with Misha aggressively approaching him, stunning 2 members of the team now. And Spartacus coming in to sleep the team. Ring comes out and does connect with Morales, takes her out. Wipeout cannot sustain through that. Lampico's looking low as Apocalypse comes out too. And oh my god. Mal'Ganis using his ultimate is able to finish off the Thrall. Or Junkrat rather. And Akash again is just running as the bat wings flap around by that Mal'Ganis, terrifying him. This is a rough time.
The combos. That's like the second or third fight where few loose screws seemed like they were right on the verge of taking it, and then no.
Right.
No, sir.
Yeah, Giggle Schmack saying these start conversions have been on point. Definitely
They
have.
really have.
Yeah.
100%.
Also, Giggle Schmack saying the roots, which...
Only Vala had a heroic that can interrupt Shade from Lono.
Alright, well, Few Screws is up. They're even here in talent tiers. They have 2 forts down. They have Medvac. If they can scale hard enough and get a few picks, they can, I don't know, try to take a keep down and try to cheese it. They can do this the proper way as well, though. I have no idea. But really, they're going to have to be putting fires out with these waves coming in for the rest of the game, no matter what.
Yeah, basically, they're just going to soak 20, and then they're going to try a game 1, win a post-20 team fight, and run it down. And that's still very much on the board for few loose screws.
Junkrat clearing top, 4-man rotation bot, clearing these siege giants. Sky5 is rotating. They looked like they were doing mid, but now they're rotating down. What is the timer on this boss? 2 minutes. Oh my gosh, they sense it.
Yep, and Pico's in trouble.
Pico!
Good Sunder.
Using his ultimate with the Apocalypse coming out at the same time.
Up.
Oh my god, Ring came out. Stasis on the Jaina, but I don't know if she's going to make it. It might be the 3rd time she makes it out. Oh my gosh. Lampico is just too low, and there was no flip after that charge by Diablo. And it's just really an aggressive fight. That's making me yell, but not much happened other than
nice
1 death. Wait, never mind. Oh, the roots from the Jaina.
You know, I didn't get a chance to point it out, but MVP that fight was Infinite Loop. Kept himself safe, kept Thrall alive, Ragnarok trying to delay the backs, but
yeah.
Fearless Screws has got to deal with this push mid. They have to deal with this push mid. They're going to lose a keep.
I don't
and they're gonna
know.
lose it very quickly.
I feel like they're...
It might be too late.
Thrall is back. I think they wanted to be aggressive, then realized, no, we have to go there. They wanted to push something because they had, you know, the healer down for at least 20 seconds when they could have put some more pressure on, but that bruiser pushing just really screwed the pooch on that. What's up?
Yeah.
Hello? Yes, strafe. Question mark. Yes, strafe. Confirmed. What's up, Ghost Dunk? Thank you so much for stopping by.
So now it's just a chill out and get 20 if you're a few loose screws here.
Don't even worry about the objective. Get these camps. Clear up the lanes. But, I mean, Sky5 is aggressive, and I feel like they do have the vision point, so they are waiting. They're waiting for someone to poke their head in.
Yeah, well, and the boss is coming up here, and few loose screws maybe can't let this one go. There's no keep in the top lane, so they might have to contest this boss if Sky5 makes a play for it. They're so close to 20.
They're gonna get 20, but they know. Oh my god, they're going in. They're going in. The sleep comes out. Lampico gets caught up, but is able to live with that Morales, and Ring comes out with Cold Snap in the middle, but doesn't hit anyone. Wipeout is living through all of that, but finally does die. Sustained damage is coming out on all of them, but I feel like nothing is happening. This is like edging for HOTS. I don't know how to explain it.
Now, Diablo did have souls, so he is coming back. And
Coming
you're going to have
back.
to take it, because my HOTS just crashed.
Oh no, I see that. You left the game. Pause it so you can see this. Just kidding. I can't.
No,
It's
no,
too much.
definitely not.
All right, so If You Lose Screws is definitely looking to take over this boss. They do have a couple of disruptions they can use, concussion mine just being used, and they decided, nope, we're not definitely taking this over. Oh my gosh, okay. Spoticus looking low, and they're still keeping the boss engaged. It's tethering and regenerating just a little bit of health. Misha goes down. Wipeout is actually, after just losing his souls, dies, but so does Mal'Ganis. It's a tank trade here. I don't know what they're gonna do. Totem coming out, Akash having no mana.
I think Mal'Ganis might need more to Sky5 than Diablo does to Few Loose Screws. They all can kind of pseudo-tank a little bit.
A little bit, but Wipeout's been on point with his charges. There was one opportunity where I feel like a flip would have made all the difference, but bosses are up for both teams still, and now each team is at their respective boss. Nope, actually red team got their bruiser instead. Why couldn't my eyes register that was not the boss they were on? We'll never know.
Now, if Few Loose Screws can actually burn the boss and medevac up there, because top boss is going to be a problem for Few Loose Screws going straight to core. They can't let him get there.
All right. Are we going to see it? Are we going to see it?
I mean,
Here we go.
that's the play. It has to be the
play. They already know that's the play. And so the boss is tethered, and they are hiding here. Welcome back, by the way, Mongoose. Danger pings on
thank you.
On Misha. And
nice play there by Few Loose Screws. That was good.
Right. Bruiser is pushing mid again, though.
Yep, that's going to have to be dealt with. Boss is pushing bottom, though, and this is curse point for Few Loose Screws as well. That'll clear up mid pretty quick.
John Knight saying, get dibs
nice.
and med back top. Oh,
Great
Apocalypse!
play by Wipeout onto Rexar. He's in trouble, and down he goes.
Down he goes. Oh my god, an infinite loop is caught in that Ring of Frost. No healer available at this time. Ancestral comes out on Rhaegar himself, and Spoticus is just swiping at Few Loose Screws, using his ultimate again. Oh my god, this damage. Lampico, can he make it? Nope.
No.
Absolutely can Wipeout make it.
Probably, but I don't think it'll matter.
Oh, this is looking grim. Several catapults. By the way, chat, as I mentioned, my overlay covers the core health. It's at 59%. There is Bruiser is mid, and this is going to be GG going over to Sky5 for Division A. It is done. That is a GG. Sky5 taking the W here in this first game for both of these teams in Division A. Wow. My eyes.
Well, that was an entertaining set, if nothing else.
Was very entertaining. I almost had renal failure for some reason from the stress. I don't know how it correlates. Dr. Richard Gere, help. Wow. Okay, looking at these stats. Vala putting in so much work. But, I mean, look at the 13 to 21. There was just...
The comp from Sky5 between the Dark Conversion and the Ancestral, that was like two no, you don't get to kill this guy buttons. And we saw that a couple of times. Few Loose Screws had a hard time converting kills. There were a lot of fights where they had Sky5 down and just couldn't quite seem to finish him off, you know?
Right. Yeah, that's why I was like, it's like we're edging here on death. There's no actual, there are no deaths happening. We're fighting, but there were plenty of deaths, but there were just so many fights where you just couldn't figure it out. You think it's going one way and it doesn't. So I would like to get the captain of Sky5 into a lobby, but that means your camera would be gone, and that makes me sad.
Womp womp. I'll wave by then.
Everyone loves to look at Mongoose, though. I don't have them in the lobby yet, so can you reach out to them?
Oh yeah, I can. Who do we want to reach out to? Let's is it Quan? No, I'll just DM Quan. How's that?
All right, Sky5 taking that W, as mentioned. If you're just joining, welcome. This was a best of 3 series for Division A NGS with the orphan group Few Screws. Just kidding.
The team of misfit toys.
My friends and yours.
Indeed, definitely so.
I think Wipeout did play offlaner last season, so to be fair, this, tank might be a newer role.
And same for Lumpico. He was a really great support in Division B last season. So,
right.
a new squad trying to find their footing, in new roles in a tough division. So, some growing pains to work out, but also some good moments as well. It was a mixed bag, but they picked up a game and picked up a point against a veteran team.
Yeah.
So certainly nothing to hang their head on.
Right. Sky5 established themselves. I don't know for how many seasons, but they've been
around. They've been around.
Yeah. Hey, Ghost Dunk, thank you so much for the follow. It's about time. Welcome.
Apple Mike is in lobby 1 waiting for us.
All right, cool. I will head there, and everyone gets to see my chat.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream. Let me go ahead and turn that off. Pardon me while I make my way through 1,000 windows to get to that lobby.
I like it.
Welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening. Congratulations on your win. Good.
Oh, thank you. My nerves are shot.
Tell me why.
Circling the boss for like 10 minutes straight. That was not scary at all versus Diablo.
Yeah. I mean, he had some great wall bangs, but you guys managed to just annihilate their team a few times. So, I am really bad at interviews, as most know. But I'm gonna let Mongoose ask questions.
All right. Well, my first question is: Game 1, first ban Rhaegar. Game 2, first ban Rhaegar. Game 3, they let it through, and you guys like insta snap it. Let's talk about that.
So it's kind of a long story, but I'll give you the short version. I used to be an assassin main, and we lost our healer, so I started being a healer main and really just focused Rhaegar and Stu. And we found that it worked really well when we would do double support and even solo support, because it allowed me to support the front line and the back line at the same time. And so, yeah, it's just a hero that really suits me in terms of the aggression, but also the protection, on the back line and everything.
You had the most, I'm sorry to interject, but I want to point out, and I'll go back to the stats for
the most siege?
The most XP contribution with 94, almost 95,000 healing. I hate Rhaegar, let's be honest, but I see I see his worth, and you did play him exceptionally well. Respect all the way. That's exciting.
Thank you. Yeah, it's one of those things too. It helps me because I'm also the shot caller, so it helps to be able to, direct the team, but also participate in whatever the activity is needed, whether it's a camp or siege or or the team fight. So yeah, just a really nice hero, and that's why the ban, while it was, it did set us back in what we wanted to do. We've been practicing because we knew it was coming. Anybody who looks at the match history, and obviously a Tracer main as well from the old days back when she was good.
Yeah. Back in the old days.
That was my next question. Do I remember right that you played an untouchable or the stacking unkillable, untouchable in game 2 Tracer, and then swapped to Rhaegar? Is that are you swapping back and forth? You guys have set roles, or is that just kind of how it happened to roll that game?
Yeah, so our main healer was unavailable, so we had a sub tonight, and so I usually second support, but I also, I'm able to fill that Tracer role and, kind of flex between other things. But yeah, definitely was my favorite hero till they nerfed her for sure.
Yeah. Wow. And untouchable is such. I mean, that goes away your stacks when you die, correct?
Yeah. So
So that's a
good point.
risky
Yeah.
talent,
Yeah, luckily I died before I got the talent.
right?
My only death that game, it tends to happen that way, which is great because I'm less conservative. And yeah, I mean, I know that it's not commonly picked. Almost a lot of my talents, I know the healing at 13 is not commonly picked. I just play her a little bit of a different way, and it just kind of works for me. I feel like without it, she doesn't have enough damage to really be competitive, in a lot of ways. And
Right.
yeah, it just kind of gives me what I need, and it lets me spiral. And the resets on my 7 too, kind of gives me that Li Ming quality where we just keep resetting and run down the whole team every time.
Wow.
And we saw
Well,
that game too a couple of times. They just couldn't seem to get away from you guys between the Junkrat and the Tracer.
Yeah. Another thing I discovered, because I never took it, I took the 10%, bomb damage, and I used to always take the other one for the range. And I just realized if I just focused, it was harder to hit, but it was definitely worth it after the nerfs they did to the bomb.
Yeah, it's a noticeable damage spike.
Yeah, the other one just I don't think is competitive anymore after those nerfs. So it's definitely been a big change, and it's helped the win rates.
So picking up the 2-1 victory, Sky5 returning pretty much the same roster intact?
The same three for the past couple years, but the other two gentlemen are new, and again, one was a sub. So yeah, so pretty much only half old members.
So how you guys feeling with the new Div A? What are your expectations for yourselves this season?
It's a great question. I was just talking with Furl about it before the game and saying that I have really positive vibes from our team. Just the personalities compared to our last couple. The potential's there. Our synergy just needs work, as any new team that assembles.
Sure.
And I feel like tonight, we kind of pulled it together, a couple sloppy things here and there, but definitely pulled it together after the first game and tightened it up. And yeah, that gets better with time. So I'm very hopeful.
wow. Well, chat having some questions asking where Goose is. He is in the lobby talking. You missed his majestic form while you were playing the game. So, too bad, Rag. There is a delay, absolutely, 30 seconds. That is the new requirement. And I had to stop the stream and restart it just to ensure I had the delay. Second question, who was the sub? Giggle Schmack asking.
Let's see if you guys can guess.
Furl.
Goliath.
Oh.
The Furl, how dare you?
My bad. I don't have rosters memorized.
We've only played every night for 5 years, but yeah, I guess he's probably new to the team. Yeah, Goliath really stepped it up, these past couple weeks, jumping in whenever we needed him with schedules with July 4th and the holidays were really tough. So yeah, and he fills a lot of roles. We had him on Stukov, which is obviously not what he normally plays, and he did exceptional. And then that Rexar. I never understood Rexar. It seems like you're working twice as hard for similar value, and but he makes it look good.
Yeah, Rexar is really powerful right now, and Misha actually is the real hero, if we're being honest. So I think those are all the questions, unless Mongoose has anything further.
Nope, I'm good. Congrats on the opening win of the season.
And Apple
you,
Mike, do you have shoutouts?
I have shoutouts?
Do you? Yeah.
Oh, do I have shoutouts? Shoutouts to Furl's wife for being so supportive all these years and letting me get to play with my best friend every week, which is fantastic.
Nice.
And shoutouts to Quan for, becoming more of a team player every day, living that solo queue life for far too long. And to my new gentlemen's, again, way to step in there. I know that we're a tough team to get along with in the beginning, a lot of different personalities, but definitely coming together. And Alan for not being here. Shout out. Awesome. Can't wait to have you back.
Perfect. Well, we're gonna get into the real interview after this with the boss from Cursed Hollow. Stay tuned. Just kidding.
Nice. That route.
Yeah, that route though, unlucky. Won the game.
So, shameful admission, I actually didn't even see it happen because I was so focused on getting around that it was almost off my screen. But I kind of could see the result, and it was great.
The boss that really set him up for you guys.
Yeah, I don't think he's on the roster. I think we might have to just cancel the results here.
The whole series.
The boss wasn't
boss Cursed Hollow.
on the roster. Yeah, it was
Could have been a possession glitch, I think.
I don't know, but someone's gonna watch it. I hope it was clipped. It was exceptional. Good for you guys having that extra thing on your side. Yeah, you hate to see it,
Yeah,
Rag. You hate to see it. But yeah, thanks so much for the interview. Hey, I can try to get you back in here, Mongoose, if you want to wrap this thing up so people can see your majestic face.
Yeah, we can wrap it up on voice. No point in wrestling with OBS.
Rag wants to see your face. That's fine. He can watch the VOD. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for coming and checking this out, this Division A match of Few Loose Screws against Sky5. Sky5 taking that W here. Definitely a lot of support tonight in this chat. I appreciate it. Let me just give a few more shout outs. We've had a few more follows come through. Rolls the Dough and Eternal Props. Thank you so much for those follows. You can catch me here on twitch.tv/Slexia or on Twitter @Sparkles. And Mongoose, let's tell the people where they can chickadee check you out.
Discord, because I don't work anymore. I just play in the NGS Discord all day. Twitch is mongoose_22. On Twitter, mongoose__22. Props to the great crowd in the Twitch chat today. A lot of familiar faces in there. So hello to anybody I didn't mention by name. And I'm going to pile on what Apple Pie said. Props to NGS spouses because they let us play video games many, many hours. And NGS wouldn't work out without the tolerance and support of all of the epic NGS spouses.
All right, shout out to all those people doing all the work while everyone else plays video games or whatever that's like. Thank you guys so much for coming, and Mongoose, thank you for joining me in this cast tonight. Thank you for asking if I needed someone else, because I did. And just, I'm happy that you're here. It's our third time casting together, and it's fun. So I'm gonna play
it's always fun to cast with somebody, much better.
Yeah, it is, because I already talk a lot as I am now, and it's really rough when I'm alone. So thank you. I'm gonna play the season 7 promo video, not the most recent one. Stay tuned for the next cast to find that on my channel, and I'll catch you guys all next time.